Namaskaram. We are in Mahabharata. We are on Arjuna's journey to Himalayas and specifically the Kailasa peak, which is supposed to be Lord Shiva's abode. And we said that Arjuna met Indra there in the guise of a sage, and soon Indra revealed himself and blessed Arjuna and said that he will soon have darshan of Lord Shiva and he will get the astra, the weapon, the Pashupatastra, which he coveted, which he wanted to get. And Indra disappeared after saying that the day Arjuna received Pashupatastra, he would see Indra again, and then Indra would give him all the other divine weapons. That is where we left. And Arjuna then proceeded towards Mount Everest, the Kailasa. Now, in this context, this story, the story of Arjuna getting Pashupata is very famous in the Puranas. It is retold. It one of the favorite stories we heard as children. It is called Kirata. Kirata means a hunter. Many poets that time retold the story, and there were many storytelling institutions. One was called Chakyar Kuta. It is there even now, and it used to be a very favorite story for the Chakyar. And I am very much influenced by the Chakyar story for its dramatic effects. Without deviating from the Mahabharata version, we are going into the Chakyar story for the fine details. And Arjuna started doing penance, meditating on Lord Shiva. He stopped eating anything except the fallen leaves, or if any fallen leaves which he would found around. And to start with, he started eating it daily, then gradually reduced the frequency, then once in a week, once in a fortnight, once in a month, and then he stopped eating completely. For a while, he survived on water alone, and he stopped drinking water as well. Simply with his breath, Vayu Bhakshanam, it is called. Just with his breath, he survived. He became lean, but he persisted on his meditation on Lord Shiva. And soon, the sages who were meditating around, they started getting the power of Arjuna's meditation. It is said, the word tapasya is from tapas, which means heating up. The process of meditation, if it is intense, it generates heat. That's what it said. And it heats up not only oneself, but also all around. And they started getting the effect. So they went to Lord Shiva, requesting him to reveal to Arjuna soon, because it becomes too much for them to bear. And Lord Shiva said, don't worry, I'm going to bless him with whatever he wanted, but just wait. And Shiva came in the guise of a hunter with Parvati, his wife, his partner, as a hunter woman. And Shiva is famous as Bhutesha, the lord of Bhutas. Bhutas are some sort of demons. And he came with all his with his demons, all guised as hunters. And they all came to Arjuna. At that time, a demon, another demon, guised as a pig, came, influenced by Shiva, we should assume, and he started attacking Arjuna, who was holding his bow like this and meditating. Arjuna opened his eyes and found the pig, and immediately his reaction was to shoot an arrow. But Kirata, who was Shiva guised as a hunter, objected, saying, no, this is mine. This pig is mine. I am going to shoot it, and it is going to be mine. And that angered Arjuna, because he didn't like the idea, because he found a pig, he wanted to shoot an arrow, and another hunter is objecting to that, with no reason. So it became a bone of contention between the two, and they started first quarreling between the two, and they ended up fighting. Arjuna with his Gandiva and with his quiver, which is inexhaustible, that however long he would fight taking arrows, the quiver always remained full. That was the power of the quiver. And they started fighting, but surprisingly, the arrows Arjuna sent from Gandiva seemed to have no effect at all on his opponent. But the arrows from the hunter, from Kirata, started hitting Arjuna and piercing his armor, and it was affecting him. But surprisingly, soon his quiver got exhausted, and when he went in to take an arrow, it was empty. Arjuna was surprised. How is it possible? This is supposed to be an inexhaustible quiver. Anyway, he didn't bother. With the Gandiva itself, he started hitting his opponent, the Kirata. Here, we'll go into the story described by Chakyar. It is in Purana, Shiva is said to have Ganga in his matted hair, in his jeta. There was a story of Bhagirath meditating on Ganga, which was in heaven at that time. He wanted Ganga to come down to earth. He started meditating. Finally, Ganga came, but Ganga, wanted someone to bear it, hold it, because otherwise, Ganga, if it fell, the whole world will be washed away. So Lord Shiva agreed, and it fell into Shiva's matted hair, and it said it disappeared there. And from that day onwards, there is Ganga in his hair. And the poets have interpreted it as another woman, another wife of Shiva, or another lover of Shiva. And Parvati always carried jealousy towards her partner, or Shiva's second wife. That is what the legend is. And when Arjuna started hitting Shiva on the head with Gandiva, apparently Parvati was very happy. She would encourage, yeah, right, there, you hit hard there. Arjuna didn't know what she was talking about. He was fighting. And the Kirata, with his bow, he started hitting Arjuna. Arjuna was receiving the strikes with the Kirata's bow, but his Gandiva seemed to have very little effect on his opponent. Finally, once when he struck Shiva on the head, the bow itself disappeared completely. It disappeared from his hand. He was bewildered, but they went into blows. With a fight, they started fighting with their fist. The time is up, and I can't hurry much because this is the interesting part. So I better stop now and carry next day. We shall carry on from here. Sorry for the interruption. Namaskaram.